Okay, hi. Hi guys. We are properly live. Now you may do the more literally more YouTuber than I ever do. You can go right ahead this time.
I don't feel
Oh,
it
you
anymore.
did it before we even started streaming, and now that I'm telling you to do it, it's
Yeah, the luster is gone from it.
fair enough.
Hi,
Oh
YouTube.
man.
Hi, Twitch. This is Killed with Style.
Oh my god. Sandry, did you hear it?
Did I hear what?
It sounded like more natural than the time he's doing it on purpose. you know, I don't
Anyway,
know. I don't know if I'm ever going to actually like make it. The answer is I'm probably just bottom page material, but at the same time, I enjoy hanging out with you guys. I just gotta let you two know, okay?
yeah.
I'm not sure
So,
what I would do if we actually had listeners.
if we
Probably be
actually,
very confused why they're listening to us.
yeah. I mean, I could already tell you would appeal to one specific crowd, but
I mean, anyone who likes my voice, at least.
yes, pretty much.
In fairness, I've had times where I didn't recognize my voice, and I was like, "Oh, I like that voice," and I'm like, "Wait, no, that's me."
Really?
I've legitimately had times where I don't recognize my voice coming through to like an electronic medium, usually on like one of your Twitch streams, and I'm just like, "Oh, who's she? Oh, that's me."
Okay, well, at
I
least
mean,
you
at
hear
least you like the
it.
sound of your voice.
It doesn't sound anything like I think it sounds, but I do like the sound of it.
uh,
If that makes
I
any
mean,
sense.
okay, it not only is like you hear your own voice, you cannot hear necessarily what everybody else hears because it's going directly like through your inner ear, like more than it goes through
Yeah.
the air. But but also on top of that, anytime you record something, like there is this
Compression.
entire world of audio engineering to like get the sound out of the microphone into a format that works, making it sound correct, and back out of a speaker still sounding correct. There's this entire world of audio engineering that I am like that I have like dipped like this much of
Well,
a
it,
toe
it also
into.
it also doesn't help that my brain edits the sound of my voice, so it'll tell me that it sounds different than it does. Like it'll tell me that the pitch of my voice has changed, and I'm like, nope, it hasn't. But my brain says it has.
Oh,
Yeah.
there was one time I was just like super relaxed because I finally got like a great night's sleep in a long time. And Seb, he heard it, and I was just like, "Hey, man, how you doing?" You know, like I can't replicate it because I'm not in like that same mindset, right? And he said, "What are you doing? Stop it!" He thought I was going psychopath, and I was like, "I'm just relaxed." You know?
Speaking of psychopaths, welcome to Of the Devil.
I should mention yesterday, my character in John's campaign was paired up with a character who she both should not be clicked with, and who should not be they should not be allowed to be alone together because neither of them really respect human life.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, you made me want to end that scene as soon as possible. If you wondered why I said, "Hey, let's skip this combat," when normally I am all for a combat.
I was indulging in my id so much.
Well,
Cassandra, it taps into a very specific part of my brain.
well, we'll see here. Anywho, yeah, no, I don't. So for those watching, Colin is late, and like as fun as it would be to have him be every person on the stand, still, we do have to keep going, and at least keep somewhat of a regular schedule. So, uh,
Let's begin then.
so
Yep.
he will presumably join us as soon as he realizes what time and or day it is.
Yep.
Been there, done that.
Right. That being said, I'm gonna need like a couple more minutes of vamping because I'm gonna get myself top myself up off my water. So, Jordan, how was your week?
Uneventful, thankfully. We didn't really have game night last week on account of external factors. However, we do have the next session of my campaign coming up tomorrow, which we'll be doing over Discord because the hostess of our gaming group is otherwise occupied.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Sandry?
I had a day where it felt like everyone wanted to fucking argue for reasons I'm not entirely clear on. Partly I was covering for a colleague who normally gets into arguments with everyone, and so I was sort of filling in that role.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, I'm the calm one who comes in and smooths things over after the argument. After the I'll hear the argument cropping up, and I'm like, I'm going to just come over here and smooth this out a little bit. But without someone to pick the fight, I kind of felt the need to cover that role.
Yeah.
So you woke up that day and you were forced to choose violence.
Oh,
I mean, I was mostly forced by people talking to me to choose violence because they seemed to be desperately in desiring to fight me on things that they shouldn't be fighting me on.
Okay. Hold on a second. When my monitor's turned off. To answer your question from earlier, I didn't know how to describe it because I didn't exactly remember where that anime ended. But the start of this season starts with the person who's definitely not his little sister becoming the saint.
Oh, okay. You're still in the first trilogy then.
And he has to take her to
That is the beginning of book 3.
Okay, so in other words, season 1 took care of 2 books.
Yeah. If you're lucky, season 2 will not take care of 2 books because the 4th book is an entire new plot line. So it does not end at the end of book 4, it ends at the end of book 8. So it'll be very jarring.
I do find it funny. I do find it funny that you are interested in that one because when I first introduced it to you, you said like this sounds awful or something along those lines.
The reading is actually quite entertaining. I need to go back and actually read the second arc because I've finished like book 7 and then I never got around to reading book 8, and so I've like completely lost the plot.
Shall we go ahead and stop playing the pronoun game and let Jordan know what book it is, or does Jordan?
I would like that very much. Yes, please.
Sandry, you probably have the title.
What is it? Trapped in an Otome game. Life is hard for mobs.
Okay.
There's a companion light novel series, by the way, from the other character's perspective.
From the definitely not his little sister's perspective.
Yes.
Is it his little sister?
I mean, do you want spoilers?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Oh, it absolutely is.
Okay. Anywho, Sandry likes read a lot of light novels, and I like teasing Sandry with animes that are based off of light novels that I think Sandry will like.
Speaking of Seventh Loop, I need to go back and reread that. It's really good.
Is it over or
the author gets distracted?
The author gets distracted. Okay, sure.
Hey, are you okay? Are you hit?
Does this color means it's that guy?
Yeah, it's Sasuke.
That's my assumption.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, Sasuke. Sasuke, I am not injured. I'm a robot. Did you forget?
The danger's gone. The heat of the moment replaced by the chill cold of sweat on my lower back.
But why did you push me down?
What? What do you mean? Why?
Also, how? I'm like 800 pounds.
Why did I?
Take my time turning back to trace the bullet's trajectory. Vaguely, I'm aware of stomping feet as the crowd rushes to the exits, but the sound is far away.
Reflexes. Sorry.
This is London text character text.
Yeah.
So,
You all right there, ma'am?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was about to say, assuming London's going to speak a lot, I think you should be London, and I should be the other guy. Oh wait, this is.
I'm fine, detective. Thank you.
For a moment, I lock eyes with Detective Kasim London. That instant, I recognize a nameless flickering across his face, cold and sharp like frostbitten furs.
What do we think is behind the blackout? What do we think is redacted?
Emotion?
Could fit.
Hold on a
Could.
second. I am going to run the theory that the number of letters does matter here. 1, 2,
Yeah.
3.
Emotion
4,
is a
5,
7-letter
6,
word.
7. Yeah. So emotion sort of fits.
Violence. No, it's violence. Violence is 8 letters, isn't it?
I mean, you don't have to hold like the number of characters could just be oh well.
Nameless. We don't need a word for it because we only ever see it once. At the very end.
This is the other judge, so let's have you take her.
Oh, this is the
This is old lady.
old lady judge. Well, she's going to dive into my similar voice that I used for what's her face in the first trial. So,
Okay.
Okay. I've taken 60 seconds to yell into a couch pillow, so maybe now one of you could tell me what the hell happened out there? How did that man get into the courtroom? The building! Weapon, like, whatever the hell that was.
It was his own arm, Madam Barrows.
I guess I'll talk about myself, Madam Barrows. My date of birth is November 22nd. I am, average? I always have trouble remembering centimeters to inches. Anywho, my occupation is superior judge of the higher circuit. I like hot springs, cold beer, and warm tea, and this is none of those things. In fact, I believe you woke me up before my alarm, you jerks. I happen to be allergic to cats, though.
She's 5'5".
Yeah, it's about average. I never forget a password shorter than 10 characters.
Someone isn't good on her infosec.
Oh God, my
Well,
favorite.
the thing worse than than a password shorter than 10 characters is a password that you don't write down and lose. That's definitely worse.
My favorite season is fall. As in, I'm about to make you fall.
Modded illegally at some literal chop shop. Fully prosthetic, but fairly low tech. Uses a simple air intake system, projectiles made out of enamel.
projectiles made out of teeth. He shot a tooth.
No, not enamel. Enamel is in most of the tooth. The tooth is mostly made of bone. Enamel
Yes.
is just the covering.
Where on earth do these people...
Doesn't trigger any metal detectors. Looks organic from the outside. But if you're aiming at flesh, it gets the job done.
He took a bite out of crime. And are metal detectors all that stand between a crazed gunman and the law of the land?
No, Your Honor. We're looking into it now. But we already found some discrepancies in the personnel files of courthouse security team members.
Oh dear.
He probably got his hands on a keycard, lost, bought, or stolen, and had it modified to get him into the building.
Would that work?
Only needs to work once. This time, it did. I doubt he expected to leave alive, so... You ask me? Lucky he's stuck with something more directed instead of an explosive.
This is a nightmare. What am I supposed to do now? Also, we all appear to turn and look at the camera.
The jury must be horrified. I don't know how we could proceed.
As I recall, the adjutant cut their feed the moment Officer Rogers mentioned the Hound of Vicaria. They didn't actually see the shooting. And by the way, how does a patrol officer know that my client is the lead suspect in that case? Would anyone like to explain that to me?
Well? You'd have to ask organized crimes. But the mood around Rogers has been celebratory. I'd imagine there are plenty of cops eager to describe in detail what he'd achieved by catching Sosuke red-handed.
Allegedly.
There's no presumption of innocence in station locker rooms and cop bars, counselor.
So the... Sorry, my brain immediately read that as original character department. So the OC department buys Rogers a round of drinks. And 24 hours later, I've got a shooter in my courtroom.
Who was he? The shooter's been ID'd as Bowen Bresson, low-level muscle of the Blue Blood Mafia.
Well, that's how you can tell he's bad. His name is alliteration.
Priors for possession, dealing, assault. Attempting to carry out an assassination in a courtroom full of cops is quite the step up. Any connection to Creek's Pod? Older generation, different part of town. Not exactly thick as thieves.
So trying to execute Sosuke wasn't an act of revenge. He was given orders.
Yes, that's very interesting, but it's a job for the police to handle. Counselor Morgan, I assume you'll be filing for a mistrial.
Would that be a good strategy for her?
About that.
Well, before I go into the next one, I believe you've been proffered a question.
Honestly, because the problem is that good luck finding someone who hasn't heard about the Hound of Vicaria now. Like, I feel it's in my client's best interest for the trial to continue.
What? Her face already said what. I don't. That's not me really doing that.
You can like do it with extra emphasis.
What? Sorry, if I do this voice too enthusiastically, it will rip my throat.
Oh.
A blue blood gunman just tried to shoot him.
But The jury didn't see that. All they know right now is that they've been given a long lunch.
You too?
The goal, Your Honor, as I've always understood it, is for defense attorney to do what's best for their client. Right now, clearly, the Blue Blood Mafia has convinced my client killed 4 of their men. And every cop in the city thinks he killed Officer Chopin. If he walks on a mistrial, he won't be able to walk down the street without getting shanked. Sosuke Ikaria doesn't need a mistrial. He needs a media blackout.
I really hate that term.
She's right, Your Honor. If the story spreads that the Blue Bloods tried to assassinate Sosuke, every juror in the city will assume he's guilty. We won't be able to find anyone over the age of 10 who hasn't heard of him.
Well, time to enable the 9-year-old juror.
Let alone put together 12 unbiased peers to judge him.
Even if that's true, and even if it's possible, what you're asking for is...
Detective, is the building still on lockdown? Standard procedure says to keep it that way for another half hour.
We would have to... The stands were full of police officers. Any one of them could.
Ambulance chasers will pay prime for a story this rich. Someone's gonna break rank.
We don't need the blackout to last forever. We just need to be intimidating enough that the story doesn't leak until the trial's over.
Which will be when exactly?
We could finish tomorrow. There aren't that many witnesses left on the docket.
Finished? Tomorrow?
Yes, Your Honor.
Fine. Yes, we'll have a blackout. Big, scary old blackout, just like the shadowy masters of the universe.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I do a good Skeletor impression. Happy?
Perfectly.
All right, well, yeah, I've got you now, He-Man.
It is a very good impression, Your Honor.
Just turns to Kasim London. I'm guessing that's you? You probably should run.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Detective, follow me. You'll need my authorization to activate the building's...
Bucket protocols. Right behind you, ma'am.
No, you didn't want to do it? Okay, fine.
Surprised to be arguing for the same thing as you for once.
Thanks for gagging not gagging from the effort.
Any other defense attorney on the city would have taken the mistrial. Dump the Hound of Ikaria on some other idiot's doorstep and cash their check.
Some other idiot? Hmm?
Or is it that you can't dump him? Are you under house arrest already?
I haven't felt threatened by them, actually.
That could change fast if you fail them.
Massacre are high society, haven't you heard? And I'm beneath their notice. I don't think they'd bother to axe me just for underperforming.
Sounds like exactly the kind of thing that high society types would do. Going this far for your client, though.
You know me. Defender of the weak, champion of the downtrodden. I'd go through a lot more than this to keep my face out of the papers. Hopefully when the story does eventually leak, the focus should be entirely on Sosuke. But if this means people start recognizing me, remembering me, Bo and Brisson will be glad London did him in one. I'd twist the knife slow as a second-hand piece. You okay?
Compared to you, I guess not.
Yeah?
I've never seen anyone get shot before.
Through the heart.
Oh. Right. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. That was. Maybe I'm feeling jealous. I spend all this time poring over crime scenes and diagrams, trying to get inside of the head of heartbreak of all people, and maybe I get into my head that I'm some kind of unfeeling badass. Just to freeze up like a deer at the sight of actual violence. I'll need to get over that.
Do you? Do you need to? Get over it?
I have a responsibility.
Prosecutor isn't a hangman demo.
No. If a hangman does their job right, the neck snaps, and the subject's dead before the pain ever reaches their brain.
Sorry, I had to do some audio.
What?
I had to do some audio editing. Go on.
Oh. If I do my job right, Sosuke Karia will spend the rest of his life drilling on himself while Megs handle over the proper rights of his gray matter.
If you feel that bad about it, you could always recommend a lesser sentence.
That's just the thing. I've never felt that bad about it at all. Runs in the family, I guess.
The way she whispered it, in that half-stuttering sigh. I'm not sure she even heard it herself.
August 15th, 2086. State Building, floor 48.
Alright, that should free up your phone from the blanket.
Thank you, Detective London.
You're, welcome, Counselor Morgan? Something I said?
Didn't say anything yesterday about what the Hound of Vicaria really is.
Come on. There's a lot of code names to remember. Would you believe me if I said I didn't put two and two together?
Maybe I would if I hadn't seen you act that fast back in the courtroom.
That was a lucky shot.
From across the room, with the crowd moving around him?
Yeah. Real lucky.
I know. I'm agreeing with you. It would be a lot less lucky if you were, say, already watching him. Did you know?
No. But I'm flattered you think I'm brave enough to stick around for a shooting that I knew would happen.
But you recognized him?
Tickled a spot in the back of my brain, even in disguise like that. It helped that the guy was fidgeting around all day.
Person had been in the courtroom all day. How long had he waited to take his shot?
Did you get a good look at him?
I didn't. You shot him very fast.
Eyes bloodshot to hell and back, nosebleed, fleshed extremities. He was high as a drone. Probably metahexafenylin, considering how well the blue bloods have been pushing it.
Can we give Jordan props there for first lining that? Like that would be one I stop and read it a couple of times.
Clap, clap, clap. Metahex. Nirvana? The party drug that college kids are huffing?
It's been a long time since I was in college. I guess it could be good for a party in small doses. I'm hypothesizing here. Don't take this out of context.
Sure.
But at higher doses? A couple of months ago, I saw this guy stumbling around one of the open markets. Eyes dilated, mouth moving a block a minute. He knocked over some bicycles, so I cuffed him to the rack, hoping he'd sober up within the hour and I could move on. I took a phone call. When I looked back, he was trying to chew through the chain.
Like a puppy? I guess a wolf, to be more precise, but you know what I mean.
He broke 4 teeth.
We found out where he got his ammo from!
And he had started biting his arm by the time I knocked him out.
You.
But anecdotes are cheap. One bad trip will hardly blow the ball now that it's rolling.
You believe the hype? You think they're going to legalize it?
Within the next 2 quarters, if you ask me.
What happened to the Blue Bloods monopoly?
Up in smoke.
Oh, is it not recognizing my controller? One second.
Ooh, it's raining now. Pharma megs and dispensaries of the world step in to reap the rewards. The Blue Bloods will have to sink off and cook up some other haze to push.
Oh, weird. It is not accessing my controller.
The gray tide rolls on. Roll, tide, roll.
Okay.
Blue Bloods have legitimate income sources, right? Like Sianis?
That's weird. It's like sometimes accepting my controller input. That's weird.
Yep. Some of them are even pretty profitable, like their host clubs and the pink rooms.
So Blue Bloods can run those businesses just fine. Why can't they stay in control of Nirvana once it's legalized?
There's competition, and name recognition, and locale, and real estate, and basically, they can't afford it. The buy-in's too steep, and everyone past the door likes it that way. Legal drugs are a whole other realm of profitable. Folks like the Icaria do not want to share.
Not even on special occasions?
Well, like I told you, there was that meeting last year, but
But their play date fell apart.
hey, what you said back there in court about Prop 492? You really buy that? Tariq Chopin, working for the Blue Bloods?
It's quite the unlikely pairing, I'll admit. But that might explain why it ended the way it did.
My eyes were red.
So, what was the verdict?
The verdict's only handed down if the jury's finished deliberating. That may take...
The show must go on.
And the shooter?
Getting introduced to the accommodations down at the morgue right about now. There's some blue blood muscle named Bresson. Ring a bell?
As I've said, all of these Blue Bloods are alive.
He tried to shoot you, Sosuke. And I was standing very close to you when it happened. I'd like a little more detail than that.
Hey, you're a little bit intense.
I've never met him, never heard of him. That's the truth. But the Bresson family is known to be enforcers of Blue Blood leadership.
So, It's the old guard who wants you dead. Does that make the young bloods an enemy of my enemy?
Didn't you tell me that Creek was a young blood? Considering what I'm on trial for, I doubt they're fond of me either.
God damn it, Sosuke. Who doesn't hate your ass?
Sarah?
I like him.
I need to try harder to disregard the nonsense that comes out of that adjutant's mouth. Might be starting to sink in.
Oh, you're starting to think about me? That's so nice.
I will carve you apart with my bare hands.
Only in your memories. Sosuke, you were captured when you could have been ignored. You were tortured when you could have been ransomed. Now these people are trying to kill you in one of the secure buildings in the city. What are they after?
Why are you at the top of the Blue Bloods shit list? It's because of the Hound. Something the Hound did. He helped one of the old guard retire early last week.
That particular messenger communicates only with the highest class of clientele.
Corporate rivals and the rest of the nobility.
Yes. The Hound of Icaria is known in the lower wards, but he isn't truly feared there. And he hasn't taken the life of any blue blood, noteworthy or otherwise, in over a year.
So, not since you were reassigned to guard duty.
At the meeting.
I mean, it's gotta be at that point. It's because of what happened a year ago then?
How do you know about...
What happened a year ago?
A meeting between the old guard and the house, apparently. We're going to work out a deal for the Icarian network to distribute a blue blood product.
Why would we want the basement cooked swill the blue bloods have to make sold in our storefronts, our pharmacies?
You wouldn't. Not until after Nirvana's legalized.
Uh,
Yes, I figured some stuff out. Stop pouting.
There was a meeting last year, yes. A private meeting that was to be kept strictly confidential. The IFG met with the old guard to discuss a deal. It fell apart. Voices were raised, weapons were drawn. I was in the shadows, and I stepped in front of a blade from Makoto. The house elders were perturbed afterwards. They feared for Makoto's safety and perhaps felt that they had grown overconfident. The Hound is a useful tool, but not indispensable. So they ordered me to guard Makoto full-time.
Isn't that a great honor, guarding the heir to the headship?
Of course it is.
Then why do you sound like that?
You like stabbing people. You get points for picking up on it, but you need to learn how to take advantage of it. So, the deal fell apart. Blood was drawn. I kind of assumed it was par for the course in your world.
It's not unheard of.
So why are the old guards still trying to kill you and Makoto a year later?
I don't know, all right?
Hey, library voice now.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, Morgan.
Thank you.
Because I'm not an old guard.
Is there someone we can talk to who is?
There's always someone. For a price. But if that's how it's gonna go, I'm gonna need a drink first. I just decided that had switched into heartbreak mode.
I mean,
Okay.
given the circumstances.
Here to
Yeah,
join?
that's not her.
What are you talking about? Oh, this is this is
flashback.
your bullies. Got it. Here to
Yep,
join.
bully.
What are you talking about?
Hmm?
Sorry to disappoint, but I was here first. The net's slow as shit in this wing of school, and nobody comes here if they don't have to. So it's a quiet spot to read. I don't think this is her bullies. Yeah, it is a detective mystery. So what? Like 5% of the books in the library are. It's not like I own the room. If you want to convene your club meetings here with all your mini members, I can't exactly sue you yet. Especially since you're not going to be some big shot lawyer. Join your club so I won't get evicted? Isn't that like blackmail, counselor? Mutually beneficial? Sure. So it's just plain old corruption. You'll do just fine out there in the adult world. Whatever. As long as you don't go around telling people I'm a member, you can put me down. We need to add our phone numbers too? No, I don't actually care. It's 0118-999-88199-9119-7253.
I will throw something at your head.
Are you saying that because you actually know the reference I did?
You've made it before.
Okay. Is something wrong?
Oh, do you think something's wrong?
It's very unusual for you to wake up mid-transit. When you decide to nap, you fall asleep very fast and you sleep very deeply. Puts away marker. Suspiciously so. Sometimes I'll try to wake you and I could swear you're just pretending.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Besides, you're the one who's been quiet.
I'd been bothering Sosuke, I think, pestering about catching bullets.
If you were bothering Sosuke, he'd say it. Turn to the side in that bitchy pose of his.
But I can't catch a bullet either. Even though I'm fast and I can see fast. Sosuke is the one who acted while I just...
Sosuke's trained for that exact kind of thing. Trained for his whole life, the way he tells it.
Father built me to be strong. I should be able to...
David didn't build you to be anything, Sarah. He didn't even really build you. He just watched you grow.
And do you think I'm still growing? Oh, that would be awesome!
I will become a Gundam.
Do you think I'll grow to the size of a kaiju? Still developing. Do you... Oh my god! No, wait, my previous lines still hold. My previous lines hold.
I think you shouldn't get your hopes up about that.
Oh.
Actually, no, she wouldn't be a Gundam. She would be the Valcion from Super Robot Wars.
Come on, you can bounce back faster than that.
But I was hoping to be as tall as a kaiju. I'm sorry. Suppose I'm still processing what we saw back in the courtroom.
When Detective London took out that shooter?
I know that Detective London has been a police officer for many years. It stands to reason that he'd act decisively in as tall as Addie? What? Also, hi, Sinners Gate. Welcome back.
Oh, hey!
Oh wow, someone's here before the close of stream. Hi, everybody.
Sinners Gate usually shows up. Anyway, it stands to reason that he act decisively in circumstances where so many lives are at risk. What I'm still thinking about is the man he killed.
Yeah, but there's only so much speculating we can do about his motive until...
thinking about his motive. Thinking about how he's dead.
Ah. You haven't been out and about that long. Everything's new to you, even the most ordinary stuff. Guess I forget that includes the extraordinary, too.
You've seen violence like that before, then? Addie the judge. 8089, got it. That's what you were saying.
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
Seen people die?
Yes, I have.
Seen more people die than most your age? Most lawyers?
Probably a safe bet.
This is a private subject, isn't it? Immediately gets out a notebook. Tell me more.
Death is always private. I'm no exception.
Do people ever get used to it?
I can only speak for myself.
Have you gotten used to it?
Every time is like the first time.
Weird that you thought of the other counselor then.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I hope that everyone is like you then. Doesn't seem like the kind of thing anyone should get used to.
I meant that I enjoy it so much each time. Sorry to disappoint you then. There are no people like me. Really very simple.
You're a shy.
Yeah, I was about to say I didn't remember who this guy was. Irish high, Irashai.
To what do I owe the pleasure of hosting my two favorite girls?
One's Sarah. Who's the other one?
Figment of my imagination, apparently. Do you want something to drink?
What do you recommend?
Well, I've just got this case of beautiful tawny deep reds from volcanic soil across the sea.
Oh,
Savory and full with notes of cherry and oak.
why does that sound like the order I made last week? Sounds delicious.
You just described a tree. Down to the dirt.
Ugh.
Well, I would very much like to try it.
Sorry, you're underage.
She's an android.
A realistic one. Well, you say to customers who walk in and see you're drinking at the counter.
Irashai?
Two waters coming right up.
Thank you.
Wait, back up. Your client is the Hound of Icaria?
Allegedly. Allegedly. Regardless, I was the last person to find out what that actually means.
That should be easy enough to tell whether he did the deed or not. The Hound always leaves a calling card.
So I hear. Is that literal?
Stark white business card laid neatly on the ground with the house's insignia.
I don't understand why the house would go to such lengths to let the victims know who attacked them.
These neobility types, their whole lives are galas and boardrooms and cocktail parties and wine tastings.
Be quiet, Sarah. Torture.
Where every sentence has a front and back side to it, and every glance a whole unspoken clause.
Why was I told to be quiet?
To them, an unambiguous act of violence is an exclamation point they can't misconstrue. And the Icaria aren't exactly at the top of the neobility pecking order. Reminding the others that they still got their fangs as a viable strategy. They know how they're outclassed in terms of how many mountains of gold they have.
Doesn't explain why such a supposedly great assassin would have gotten made on more than one occasion.
Well, he's probably just doing his job there. If all he needed was to get away with murder, he'd be a poisoner or a sniper. All the major houses love to use body doubles. If he kills a target behind closed doors, the house can just bring out a spare. Or, hell, claim the entire thing never happened. But if the hound kills kills where a rival's... Let me try that again. But if the hound kills where a house's rivals can see, the damage sticks.
You did good. Nobody can tell that you downed half that whiskey. You know a lot about the nobility, don't you, boss? Are you considered part of the neo-aristocracy?
Do I look like I've got that kind of sway? I don't run a bar in Midtown as a hobby, kid.
Oh. I mean, by my calculations, you're not doing nothing but losing money every day, so...
Don't remind me.
I thought you just had, like, money.
God damn it, girl.
Wouldn't know it looking at how profitable your wine section is.
Thank you, Adonai.
It'll catch on.
That was a nasty surprise, but the big reveal isn't making anything click for me.
The blue blood assassin trying to mist him mid-trial. I don't get it either, but the blue bloods aren't as rational as they used to be.
Used to be?
I traded with them a good deal when I was younger. They were richer.
Traded what?
Stock tips.
Okay.
This is before the Icaria cut them down.
I was a young man, hungry to establish myself, and the blue bloods were the biggest game in town. The Rust weren't even a twinkle in some psychopunk's eye back then, and the Icaria cartel were just that. Drug smugglers and dope runners. Blue bloods used them as couriers.
Reversal of fortune.
Could be their names on opera houses and hospitals all across the city today if...
If what?
If the Icaria hadn't killed them all.
That's bad. Didn't they have, like, allies connections?
The morgues were overflowing with cerulean blood. No one wanted anything to do with them.
Oh. That's a big word for you, Diamante. But they were the victims.
Corporate partners are risk-averse. Political alliances require you to bring something to the table. When you fall that far that fast, the common folk assume it happened for a reason.
They thought that the Blue Bloods deserved it just because it happened to them?
All that was left were the old-timers, the grandparents and the great-uncles, all suddenly without heirs.
Why didn't you respond?
They recruited latchkeys and orphans during the Red Decade, found family that became the first gens and then the young bloods.
What about the money?
You're starting to sound like a real human.
Some of it, the cash, the gold, the jewels, the Icaria just stole. But the vast majority of it was held overseas, where it was safe, untouchable, and impossible to get your hands on without the right blood.
Is that why they call themselves Blue Bloods?
Locked behind GFA.
Getting butchered by the Icaria was a bad beating, but losing that money was unforgivable. The rest of the Blue Blood Mafia around the world will never accept them back into the fold until they recover it. Exile from paradise because they tempted fate with their hubris. There's a certain poetic charm to it, no?
Would have to be a very sobering poem.
Those are the ones you remember, though, aren't they? Probably why the Blue Bloods are still humming the same old hymns, passing down the same old ghost stories and urban legends.
It did seem surprisingly superstitious bunch. Crossing their fingers over the red hood and... Hey, what's the little lord?
That's another one. New spin on one of the oldest tales in the book, A Promised Prince. The belief is that exactly one kid survived the fall of the leaves. One lone heir who all the fortune the blue bloods lost. Got spirited away overseas or out west to be raised in secret. And one day he'll come back to reclaim what's rightfully... I'm guessing you've heard this one before.
Looking it up now.
They're looking for a messiah.
Is there any truth to it?
Old guards certainly seem to think so. Need to think so. Probably what's keeping them alive. If they can just hold on another 5 years, they'll finally find the heir they've been looking for. They can rectify decades of embarrassment and shame. Thinking like that is what makes the young blood start talking about maybe the old guard don't care about what happens to us.
What do you expect? Blood's thicker than water.
The original full expression is thought to be the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. That actually suggests that a camaraderie between those who fought together is stronger than simply sharing a common relative.
Yeah, well, if that were actually true, then maybe people wouldn't have amputated the expression centuries ago.
Ugh. Still, this is 30 years of water, or
Oops.
blood covenant. Still, this is 30 years of water, or blood covenant if you prefer, that we're talking about. Young bloods give their life to the mafia. Each of them had to choose it over their own family. Pretty raw deal to just cut them loose, just cause some sheltered kid, only valuable for his DNA, decided to show up after all these years.
You think one of the old guard would throw away the young bloods if it meant reuniting with their little lord?
I know it. And so do the young bloods.
That doesn't seem to be a dynamic that incentivizes them to look very hard for this little lord.
No. It incentivizes them to smother the royal bastard. If I assume my client is innocent, that means someone else killed Tariq Chopin. Someone who didn't do it in self-defense.
You mean the son of the city councilman?
Adopted son. His parents are government officials. Even if they're loaded, the Mob Act can't protect all their records.
I believe we read this
Yep.
Yeah, we did.
last time.
That was last time.
I don't think there's any new information to read here.
Not really.
The only thing to keep in mind is when they say the Mob Act, they mean a mob as in a group of people rather than the mafia.
Yep.
Which is an important distinction in this case. Sarah, look this guy up.
No. What do you want to know?
Well, let's get them all. How old was he? And why didn't I look this up sooner?
His age is listed as 27, but the entry has been edited a number of times. Also, why didn't you look this up sooner? She is like the records holds up a DS. There's been a great deal of back and forth between database contributions in the last 36 hours over the addition or removal of an asterisk. It seems his original birth certificate was lost.
I swear to God, if he's the little lord, I'm gonna flip my fucking shit. Well, that's shady as hell.
Only kinda.
Here it comes.
If he was an orphan 27 years ago, that's pretty firmly in the red decade. Lot of paperwork was getting lost back then.
That's a kind way of putting it.
What would be an unkind way of putting it?
The governments of the world were scrambling. I want to know about his adoption.
His fathers adopted him in 2066. 3 months of visits to gospel home orphanages. That was a John mess up, but whatever, we're going with it. A private philanthropic institution that is no longer in business.
Bankrupt or bought out?
Bankrupt.
Damn it. If they just gotten swallowed, the parent company might have kept their records.
The adoption itself was somewhat of an event. There are multiple news articles and photos of it.
Not trying to cast doubt on the realness of their connection, but they wouldn't be career politicians if they let a photo up that good pass them by.
Unless they wanted to draw attention away from who they were adopting and... No. A child showing up quietly in a politician's life looks guilty as sin. They wouldn't let people think. This isn't useful. I can go in circles all day speculating about this. What was his education?
Tariq Chopin had a law degree.
Who gets a law degree and becomes a patrol officer?
The son of a politician. It's not a bad path. If your superiors know you're connected and smart and can recognize when the law is being broken, they'll keep you far away from anything real. And you can coast for a year and move on to politics as a veteran of the force who's hard on crime.
London did mention he's far too princely to be likable or reliable. Joining up with the police was nothing but a calculated move. That means he had a clear plan for what to do after. And it probably didn't involve defrauding the city in a real estate scheme. Giving a few reasons why a cop would get murdered at the scene of a crime like that. But Tariq Chopin wasn't some ordinary cop. The strongest motive that comes to mind is...
Wait, you really think...
You really think Chopin was the little lord?
You're the last person I'd expect to believe in fairy tales, Red.
You honestly say it doesn't fit?
If we, for a moment, assume that unicorns and dragons and Tsuchinokos are real...
What do you mean? Tsuchinokos are very real. They're very well documented. I can show you.
And yeah, it's possible that Chopin was the little lord.
Did I just get ignored?
And if any young blood knew it, they'd want him dead.
Adonai, did I just get ignored? Adonai? To prevent the old guard from abandoning them?
Huh.
3 thoughts come to mind. 1, this is all guesswork on your part.
Fair.
Even the most zealous young blood wouldn't off a guy just because he happened to be 30 years old and adopted.
They would have had to seen something that at least suggested it.
2, as I recall, the only young blood you know of is this Creek guy.
And Creek was dead before Chopin ever entered the building.
Clears his name pretty handily.
The only young blood I know.
3, I can think of at least one other group that killed to prevent the little lord from reclaiming his throne.
Hasikaria, of course.
House Icaria. That's my line, Adonai.
And who better to cut him down than their most loyal spook?
Okay.
Most loyal rook. Sorry, your big head is in the way.
Oh, you're actually watching that one? Alright.
Yeah, sorry.
And that would neatly explain why the old guard would be pissed enough to try and kill Sosuke in a courtroom. Unfortunately.
Hey, stay positive. Just because the old guard thinks Sosuke killed their precious heir doesn't mean he actually did.
Yeah.
Hey, Sarah, get some footage of me making this next one from over there in the corner.
Yeah, but we've discussed that the lighting kind of makes you go into the background. You got to choose some better lighting for this one. Like, seriously, he's wearing like this green shirt and like all of the walls are like this deep green. Like,
I said
okay, fine.
from over there in the corner.
Boss?
We'll shoot a promo.
The what?
I just found this hidden gem where this guy made the best drink ever. That kind of thing. Where it's kind of cheap and fake, but like you're in on the joke. It's not pretending to be genuine.
Boss, with the number of followers Kinsaniki has, a video longer than 9 seconds posted this time of day.
I don't want to hear about the depressing shit. We'll cross post or whatever.
Does it have to be in that corner? Oh my god! As I said earlier, does it have to be in that corner? The lighting will be bad.
Any corner. Just make sure it's from a distance.
From a distance. Wouldn't it... You know, I was about to do a bit where she was going to constantly criticize, like, his video, and she's just doing it for me. From a distance, wouldn't it be better framed if...
It'll look like shaky cam found footage. It's more legit that way.
My hands do not shake, but I'll try.
What are you doing?
Making you a drink, obviously.
It's quite the treat. Why?
Because we've got some heavy shit to discuss.
Why?
Starts with ice.
Turns up a volume so that way they can actually get to this discussion on the recording.
What do we do with crushed ice at Kintsugi, Sarah?
Oh, okay. Sorry, like her sudden outfit changes actually just threw me off here. I don't know why. Also in this drawing, she looks like younger or something. I don't know.
She
why.
looks incredibly younger. Yes.
Yeah. Kick it under the fridge.
Exactly. Rock ice or nothing when you're mixing a cocktail.
Hang on. You taught her that?
There's a drain under there.
Not in my kitchen. When the ice melts, it warps the floorboard.
Half a lime, juiced. Pay no attention to the second half I'm using here. Sarah. Wait, no. Half a lime, juiced. Pay no attention to the second half I'm using here, Sarah. Red likes it tart. Now, you're the lawyer, and you've got a hell of a mind for all this stuff. Egg white. Toss the yolk unless it's a weekend, in which case...
Put it in the bowl in the fridge.
But it seems to me like you're approaching the shooter from every angle but the deadly serious one. Or Joe, if a customer says they prefer simple syrup, you let me know, we won't serve them anymore. You need to consider that maybe the shooter wasn't there for Sosuke.
Yeah?
I'm adding the shaky cam.
I told you. They kicked me out after only a few minutes. No one's sending an assassin after me for that.
Whiskey, black label or higher.
Then shake the hell out of it.
Word of mouth can be deadly down there in the fog. I saw her leaving the building can easily become I saw her running away.
If someone wanted to get me, a courtroom full of cops would be a pretty shitty place to do it.
Yeah, but it might have been the only time and place they knew you'd be. Mint for a garnish with charred cinnamon for a smoky ambiance. Serve immediately.
Hey.
Voila.
I actually kind of want to try that.
A bitter blessing.
Would you prefer it like Red does, tart, or no?
Oh, absolutely. I don't particularly like the taste of alcohol, so tart would be good.
Yeah, I do prefer like sugary mixed drinks too. Have I told you my favorite like mix that I like getting? Dr. Pepper.
I sometimes will
Southern
take a
Comfort.
shot of Contro or triple sec.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper, Southern Comfort, or like some sort of sweeter end whiskey, right? And Amaretto.
With that much lime, surely it's a sour blessing, right?
You want to toss it? You want me to toss it out?
Boss, should I include her rejecting you as a part of the found footage?
Thank you for the drink. But I'm nobody, Rain. No one's coming to get me. Nobody even knows I exist.
It's another visual novel game reference. Well,
Yep, it's a Umineko reference.
I don't. The more you say it, the more I feel like I'm being pushed to play it, but I don't want to.
Oh, I hope you're right.
I am.
You won't know if you're wrong until it's too late. Bottoms up. You get all that, Sarah?
Yes, boss. Including the whispered conversation.
God damn it, girl. Hey, bottoms up is just an expression. You're supposed to sip it, for God's sake.
Look. One last thing. Apparently Sosuke's captors talked about some kind of huntsman.
If the little lores and urban legends, the huntsman's a goddamn boogeyman. Orcas shooting the shit around burning tires, trying to make the noobs afraid to go off and piss by themselves.
Right, so they're bullshit. I get the same answer everywhere, but...
Oh, no, they're very real.
Pardon?
Huntsman. Not a species native to our shores, thank God. But they're real.
You just said they're boogeymen.
Yeah. The fact that they exist is what makes them so goddamn scary.
Oh, fuck, it's the Tantan-maku.
The what?
Are
The Tantan-maku. I think those were Papa Doc's guys in Haiti.
are they some sort of? You told me to not say it the right way. Are they some sort of assassin, like Bresson, the shooter in the courtroom?
Nothing so concrete. Huntsmen are virtual shapeshifters. You feel a chill on your spine one night on your way home. Go to sleep. You wake up in the middle of the night to a man wearing your own face choking the life out of you, while he calls your mom from your locked phone across the room in your own voice. But, like I said, they're all overseas, in more contested parts of the world where the blue bloods are better funded. You wouldn't pay for one of them to come into the country unless you had a really good use case or something that only they could take advantage of.
Well, I'll be sure to pass that on to Sosuke. Fuck.
Why? So Sosuke can start writing his will?
I wouldn't bet against him, as long as he knows what he's up against. Urban legends are missed, but bogeymen are easy to kill.
How do you kill a boogeyman?
Same way I'd kill anyone else. Pleasure. Oh. Right. I actually need a recommendation from you.
What kind of recommendation?
A bar, I think. Needs to be open tonight.
Oh. What are you looking for?
No, it's not for me, but how much do you know about host clubs? A phrase I never thought I would say. But here we are.
What the hell is that supposed to mean? I've got a lot of people this scene, so
Okay.
could somebody else take on?
I guess that's me. Just what I said. You can't enter the crime scene unless you pass our security clearances.
You've got to be. You're a drug-pushing lowlife. Why would I need your permission to go anywhere?
Take offense to that. I've never worked in pharma.
Han, not Not the time to be a smartass. Reyes, it'll only take 30 seconds.
You're serious. This is reality. The city's expecting Blue Bloods to keep a crime scene secure. They're the ones committing the goddamn crimes.
Hey, if that's your criteria, have the police force be disqualified. First, excess force is not a real crime. Our battered spouses not real victims. Guess assault's only assault when it's a real person on the receiving end.
Cyanus is legitimate, Reyes. All the paperwork's in order and signed by our bosses.
These idiots are walking around barehanded and knocking shit over and leaving trash all over the goddamn place. Should we just give them badges while we're at it? Let them investigate crimes too?
We already investigate crimes. You have any idea how many missing teens there are in the lower wards? No, because we find them. Because we actually give a shit about people who live down here.
Oh, and I'm sure your prices are very generous.
Better their parents get a bill from us than a letter of condolence from you. So sorry, ma'am, but he looked suspicious as he was running away.
Han? Not helping.
Not trying to.
Reyes, let's just calm down.
Sorry that I'm not calm when we've got actual orcas stomping all over the scene where a cop was murdered.
Last I counted, there were 5 bodies upstairs. Are both your eyes broken, or do you just not recognize anyone without a badge as human?
Perhaps we've come at a bad time.
Nothing for it. Gotta strike while the iron's hot.
Iron seems very hot in this instance, Adonai.
Sorry to interrupt, folks. Don't mind me, I'll just take another look upstairs.
Now you? Hey, why not? You nearly died once already today. Why not let these orcas give you a tour?
Was that you giving me permission?
No! You in London should be at a goddamn hospital or whatever, getting debriefed.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't need your permission. She has mine. Ma'am, you can go right ahead upstairs.
Talk over me again, and I'll break your finger.
Is that an ad recording right now? That sounded like a threat.
Shit, I forgot to record.
You want to hear a threat?
Clearly, this isn't gonna work. So, Han, why don't you head upstairs and wait for Morgan?
I don't take orders from you.
Who do you take orders from? Want me to give them a call? Let them know you're going around kicking hornets' nests, scratching your head over why everyone's getting stung?
All right. Whatever.
You think you can just walk away after the shit you said? Turn around and...
Take a walk, sunshine.
London, if you think for even one...
I'm not kidding, Farah. Take a walk.
Forget it. Forget it. You can all go to hell for all I care.
But that's in Texas, and it's really hot there, and my circuits will dry out.
Technically, no, it's in Michigan.
I'm pretty sure
No,
there's one in Texas.
not you. For God's sake.
That was weird.
Sorry about the bad timing.
No, that was gonna blow up no matter what. Situations like this require compromise, and Reyes is...
A stiff crack in the back?
I was gonna go with uncompromising, but
Oh.
At least you're around to balance her out. Might be the most compromised cop I've ever met.
Is that a double meaning word, Morgan?
Be quiet, Sarah.
That was not a very nice thing to say.
Did I ask you?
Yes.
And it shows that you haven't met that many cops.
I'm surprised you're still welcome around here after what happened in the courtroom.
Oh, Bresson? Yeah, the Blue Bloods are a big organization. Bresson was pretty firmly on the other side. Gals like Han who work in the gray areas might as well live in a different world.
If you say so.
I do say so.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think the Mafia would allow the death of one of their own to go unanswered.
They sent him into a courtroom packed with police with a mudded arm that only had one shot. I don't think they're surprised he didn't make it back.
Will Detective Reyes be alright? She seemed very angry.
More so than usual.
Yeah, she'll be alright. Blowing up, yelling, cursing, that's nothing practically healthy for her. It's the ones who go quiet that you need to worry about.
Did Chopin go quiet?
What brings you back here anyway?
We're pursuing leads. We're investigating.
Ooh, sounds serious.
Yes.
I'm gonna go digging into Chopin after my implications earlier today.
Lady Rockford will probably take it seriously, if only to pass it off the list. But other than her, I think you mostly just pissed people off. Lucky for you, I was able to convince some techs to confirm your soundproof window theory, but...
Yeah, effectively soundproof.
So, yep. Don't expect to be welcome at City Hall anytime soon.
And counted on it. What else is there stuff? Chopin did get here before anyone else, and no one knows how.
Look, if he really did get some kind of coded message or secret text, there's no trace of it on any comms logs on his personal devices. And it didn't come from any of the tech we examined on site.
Have you found any secret passages on the premises?
Afraid not, little lady.
Oh. Okay.
But maybe you'll have better luck than me.
Secret passages. In what world?
Maybe behind the fireplace.
I've got this knife!
That's also
Is
a
it a
key.
key? Was that your whole story back in the courtroom?
Yeah, I wanted to get some soup.
You and Reyes happened to be in the area?
Yeah, I wanted to get some soup. If you don't take my word for it, Reyes will tell you the same thing.
It doesn't seem like she would want to talk to Adonai at the moment.
You know, like, what exactly you two saw when you arrived?
The 10999 went out at around 10:15 p.m., telling us that Chopin's heart had stopped. So we dashed across the street to an elevator. We were descending at 10:17 p.m. when Rogers was reported that he was dead. At 10:21 p.m. we approached from the front of the building. Saw the door ajar, lock blown in. Then Sunshine and I started clearing the first floor.
You didn't hurry up to the third floor where the dead cop was?
Well, like I testified, Chopin had flatlined, and his own partner had confirmed it was no false alarm. We knew it couldn't do anything for him. Rogers already apprehended the suspect, so SOP is that we focus on securing the area and clearing the premises.
Oh, level-headed.
So, the Officer Rogers we saw in court today really did take Sosuke down all by himself?
Yeah, Charged in and pistol whipped him right on the head.
I assume you found the first floor was, in fact, clear?
Yeah, all these vaults were empty.
You didn't wait for Cyanus to show up with the spare keys? Surprised you didn't throw your back out kicking down doors.
Sunshine helped. Besides, they weren't all locked.
They weren't?
Yeah, I remember that. That one right there was unlocked. Room 107. Nothing inside there either, though. Guess the Blue Bloods missed a locked on a nightly roundup or something.
Cyanus has unlocked every door in the building at this point. When I first walked down this hall and when I walked out the front door later... How did this hall look then?
If you do manage to find some kind of silent alarm, I'll be impressed. If you prove that Chopin was dirty, I'll be floored. But even then, how the hell are you convinced? But even then, how the hell are you going to convince a jury that anyone other than Sosuke killed him?
See, it's a locked room mystery.
It'll be difficult, without accounting for the 4 dead Blue Bloods as well. But if you take it all as one set, it starts being plausible as an internal issue, don't you think?
You want to pitch this as the young bloods and old guard going at it? Or what?
The juicy bait that Chopin literally died over. Proposition 492?
But what's there to disagree about? The project would put money in everyone's pockets.
My theory is correct, and Chopin was killed because the young bloods don't want the old guard abandoning them. The old guard have always hedged their bets on the little lord returning. Does that mean they're writing plans to profit of 492 were a young blood conspiracy? The supers were tucked inside pretty safe before I arrived.
Well, good hunting, I guess.
We
Thank you.
have the same pose. You won't be joining us?
Not this time. I gotta go pump the brakes on Sunshine before she finds a bar. Try not to piss off the Blue Bloods with any more wild accusations while I'm gone, okay?
Got it. First
I'll
question
do
I'm
my best to
asking.
get them angry.
Got it. First question I'm asking them. So, what's it like to be to have no future?
I would never.
Take care. And that goes doubly for you, Sparky.
I've got a nickname. What does Sparky mean, by the way?
It's a nickname, because you're so bright.
Thank you.
You sparkle.
I always. Sometimes
You really
I do
are
a bit.
in touch with Sarah.
Sometimes I do
But
a
I
bit.
guess people are always calling you ads whatever they like, huh? Sorry, should have asked you first.
What do you mean?
I'll just call you Sarah.
No. It's my nickname. You gave it to me. You can't just take it back.
Well, okay then, Sparky.
Yes.
What the hell? Did you hate spearmint that much?
That is, I would never want to seem ungrateful. Okay, like, all right. The true test of this is when we get to chapter 3, because chapter 3 isn't out yet, right? I have technically seen these, and somewhere in the back of my mind, all these bits can just be living. But if I do this on chapter 3, then I am definitely in Sarah's mind, okay?
Yep.
Seems like the smell's starting to fade.
I'm gonna step away real quick. I'll be right back.
No worries. Barely even the memory of blood now. Had so many feet of trodden through here. Nothing lasts forever. Huh. Miss Han?
What? No.
Oh yeah, be my guest. Thank you.
You're probably too many Yeah.
I appreciate it.
I already called you this morning. No, they're not. You're being paranoid. Yes, I'm sure. Yes, I'll call you tonight. Bye.
Didn't mean to interrupt them with their lovers' quarrel.
What? Oh no, that was... dementia meds aren't working. They get confused this time of day.
Sorry.
Forget it. That's what I'm going to do. I said it was dementia meds. I didn't say whose it was for. Who are you again? Just going to turn off my phone for a minute and forget. Cute droid, by the way. So, what's up?
There's a couple ways of going about this, but none of them are surefire. Might as well start out big and see if there's anything to this theory. Do the Bluebloods use silent alarms?
Yeah, of course. Thank you for telling us. Sure.
I'm actually gonna need a little more than that, Miss Han.
Oh, it's just Han.
Did Creek have a silent alarm? Is she unsure of the answer, or did she just give it? She's hesitating all of a sudden. Is she unsure of the answer, or did she just give her first answer without thinking about where it would lead?
Nothing like that installed in the building. Arcs would have chewed it up and spat it out by now. The Arcs is not flawless. It can miss things. Look, you seem the level of tech look, seen the level of tech we Blue Buds have? Secure, but it ain't subtle.
True. An Orca-run security firm wouldn't have quite as much luck hiding their subsystems as David Asher did, Sarah.
But the Arcs can miss things that aren't tech at all.
A silent alarm that's analog?
Oh, let me know if you figure that one out. Either an alarm is analog and loud, or digital and silent. They don't mix.
She's defensive, but her logic is sound. Approaching from the other angle, then. How could an analog silent alarm possibly function? A literal alarm, but one that can be heard under normal circumstances.
Okay, back now.
Welcome back. Do you want to pick up Han again, or are you?
Yeah, I can pick up Han. I can pick up Han.
What a horrible smell in here.
Like a dog whistling. Let's brag to me about your sense of smell.
I don't think I was bragging.
Could have sworn you puffed out your chest at the time.
Okay, this is
Doesn't
sounding
matter.
like your have it's slow response times, because you're definitely like a few seconds.
There we are. Yes, can you move your head, please?
Yeah. I'm gonna have to move my head, I guess. Gonna move myself into the corner.
It's better when you don't keep your head still anyway. More fun that way. Anyway. If I asked you to sniff something out, could you find it?
What would you like me to look for? Also, I'm not a dog.
I still don't have a clear picture of what happened after I left. There's one thing I know should be here that hasn't turned up once yet.
The
Keys.
knife.
Well, we know the keys. Really? Because we know where the knife is. It's not weird that it hasn't shown up, right?
Where
No, the knife is gone.
Sandra, I dare you.
Sure,
Where's
let's
the
go with the
knife?
Yeah, she She called it out while she was
Yeah, no, I
initially
know,
investigating.
but I was just thinking that she's not confused by the knife not being there. She knows the knife's not there.
Exactly.
Right. I'm the only one who knows about the knife. And while I don't know where it went, I do know it had plenty of blood on it when I last saw it. I want you to smell for blood.
It's everywhere, Adonai.
I'm gonna ask you to sniff in here. I want you to smell out the window.
I'll try. Immediately gets on all fours like a dog. I told you I'm not a dog. There are many strong smells in this part of the city, Adonai. There's something truly unpleasant as well. Something beneath this fire escape.
Okay. Now,
God
go
damn
fetch.
it. I said I'm not a dog, Adonai. You could ask nicely.
Wait, Sarah.
Yes?
It's a very old, rusted fire escape. Take the stairs.
Oh.
You're too heavy.
I'm not sensitive about that at all. You command, Adonai.
Un
It's
instant.
on.
Several minutes later, Sarah returned looking worse for wear and seemingly in a bad mood.
Ugh.
Did the weight come and bother her that much?
Adonai, I do not like digging through trash. It is not a dignified way to investigate.
And especially
Digging
in a
through
bright
people's
white
trash is the
puffy
base.
coat.
Sorry, what?
Especially and not in his pristine puffy white coat.
Oh, whoops. I skipped a
Digging through
line.
trash is Digging through people's trash is the basis of all good investigation.
Easy for you to say when you aren't wearing all white.
Did you find something?
Yes.
My knife. And it's charred?
I found it amongst the ashes of a blackened steel drum below the fire escape. It seems to have been the site of a fire.
That sounds familiar. Wasn't there a barrel burning in the alley where I first scoped the place out?
There wasn't signs of a chemical flame retardant being applied to the barrel.
Police must have put the fire out when they first secured the scene. Knew the knife wasn't in a fire all night. Still.
There does appear to be blood on this knife, Adonai. So how did both the police and scientists miss it?
Your noses aren't as good as yours, evidently.
Yes, that's true. But they have drones and dogs for this kind of thing.
Yeah, but they have to actually use them.
And I'm not a dog.
They'd have no reason to search the vicinity for a bloody knife if they found a sword sticking out of a corpse's midsection.
Shall we ask the police to check for fingerprints?
Fingies.
Sarah, I need you to go back out the window and check something on the fire escape.
I said fingerprints. London said fingies.
1 second. I need to. 1 second. Sarah? What? No. Miss Hahn, I need a gun. Give me a second. Fingerprints are mostly oil and sweat. Fire evaporates them both.
Then
We have to test and see whose blood is on that knife, assuming it survived the heat.
but DNA is damaged by heat as well.
Before DNA analysis, blood had another forensic use.
You mean blood typing?
The DNA on the knife might be too damaged, but modern analytical tools should be at least able to identify blood typing.
That could work, Adonai.
Great!
Oh no.
Ready to get started?
No. Pardon?
You were capable of recognizing my DNA, weren't you?
When we first yet met, yes, but
So why don't you try your hand at analyzing this blood type? It's gotta be simpler, right?
it might be. But to analyze the blood in this knife, I would have to use it on my to.
Pretend it's a lollipop or something.
Oh no, it's blood.
Well done, blood. It'll taste like beef.
You don't know what human blood tastes like.
Of course I don't. Look, the fire sanitized it. Probably. Just get it over with.
I will reference this incident next time we discuss raises, Adonai.
Fine by me. Just that's never happening.
Analyze the blood.
I kind of wish this was a minigame. Nyeh. Analyzing flavor profile. Analysis complete. Blah.
Indeed,
Oh
bleh.
shit, you're a Rocca. What have you got?
There's blood from more than one person present. Mostly B negative with some AB around the tip.
Alright. I cross-reference that with the rest of the data I have.
No, that wasn't even new evidence. That was orange text. That was special text.
Thank you for the report, Sarah. You've given me a new lead to follow.
Yes, Adonai. Out of character, I hope you don't make me taste the blood of your kills more often.
What kills? I have no idea what you're talking about.
I said out of character.
No, I'm just being me. And now you've made your first forensic contribution to an ongoing criminal investigation.
I saw this and I had to pull it up.
My knife. Yeah. It is technically admissible forensic analysis.
Because it was done by an ad.
Wait, did you say
I do like the last time I'll
inadmissible or
ever leave
admissible?
something in Sosuke's hand.
Sorry, did you say inadmissible?
Last time I'll ever
or-
leave something important with Sosuke. How the hell did it end up outside?
Good question.
How many androids can say that? Now come on. We've got some boxes to tick.
Otto Anker Tan. Supposedly he was the first to die.
Logically, he had to have been. He's the one who had the gun. If an attacker got it away from him, they must have done so first.
Yes, I can see that the gun is registered to him.
Right. Registered. Who the hell would look at this guy with that gun and just nod him along?
Patrol officers, TC, and HR 1 week ago.
See, Tariq Chopin and Huey Rogers?
The badge numbers match. It seems like they detained Anker Tan briefly during his stop and frisk and found this gun on him.
Finding a gun like this on anyone with priors during a stop and frisk? At the very minimum, that's ground for 28 days detainment. Why'd they just let him go?
Is it possible he was a criminal informant?
He was a CI. They wouldn't have even logged the incident. Besides, patrol officers don't have their own CIs.
Then perhaps they let him go for some other reason.
Isn't they already gotten what they wanted from him? Be sure to copy the file of that stop and frisk report.
Right away. It looks like it just updated the gun. Yeah, it just updated gun. Software, communication software, legal modification, release with a warning. Our client, Sosuke, according to Rogers, this is how he found them.
Thrusting the sword into Chopin.
We're merely trying to retrieve it?
Not a huge improvement there.
He really was found in a terrible state, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm. That was before the police gave him his cop killer welcoming, and... Sir, bring up the medical files on Sosuke. I want to go over everything we know about how he looked when Rogers arrested him.
What specifically?
Is this an either or? Nope, so let's start with the blood.
My guess is this is a choose the right answer and we get chips. So.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's probably
No.
the blood analysis.
Well, if you mouse over it, they don't shrink, so it looks like you get both of them. It was covered in blood, right? Were samples taken for analysis?
The blood on his torso and head was all his own. He got some of Chopin's blood on him while he was face down being cut by Officer Rogers. And he also had a great deal of Trey's blood on his feet and pant legs.
How exactly was he injured?
His left hand was broken. He had internal bleeding throughout his torso. Bruising and rope burns on his wrist where he was bound. Contusions all over the anterior side of his body. And he also sustained a large blunt force trauma wound to the back of the head.
His biggest wound was to the back of his head? Guess we fell backwards to the ground.
There's also a small cut to his left hand.
How small?
As if he cut himself in the kitchen?
Wasn't expecting a metaphor, but it's effective enough.
Any other questions about our client's arrest, Adonai?
Not unless there's some crime scene photos you've been holding out on me.
I'm afraid not.
How is it that I'm the only one who's made an effort to preserve the crime scene?
Is this evidence?
It's a piece of perhaps some crime scene tech left behind. Nothing relevant about it.
Yes, you're right. Just displaying a news article they must have been reading. Apparently, they've arrested the Heartbreak Killer.
Fucking what?
This is a copycat. Yes, the Heartbreak Killer is copycat, and it seems...
Just let me skim it myself. I think this one should probably be me, given the context.
Okay.
Sure.
The individual suspect planning an act of terror has been arrested, thanks to quick response from local police and coordinated efforts from state investigators. The suspect, whose identifying information has not been released to the public, was apprehended by officers seemingly in the midst of preparing their attack, having already loaded a firearm and several magazines of ammunition into their vehicle. Police have not commented on whether the firearm in question was properly tagged, but insiders with close ties to the investigation claim that the weapon itself was not what led to the arrest. We have identified a troubling pattern of net activity in the days leading up to the arrest concerning the searches and attempts to access old net portals. The suspect had already been on our radar by that point, so when they posted a manifesto, we were able to quickly secure a warrant for their arrest.
So, I gotta say, concerning searches and attempts to access old net portals, immediately my mind went to, son of a bitch, the Space Jam website's still up?
Yeah. The alleged manifesto in question consists of what was, at the time, a publicly accessible online document praising Heartbreak's hardline stance against neoliberal corporate soft power, and listing a number of complaints and criticisms against the recent business decisions made by Hanami Robotics. Most notably, an announcement made on their last earnings call that they would begin moving manufacture jobs offshore. While the decision landed Hanami in some controversy at the time, their stock price has steadily increased in the days after, reflecting optimism among shareholders that Hanami's lucrative product line, consisting mostly of heavy construction robots, would no longer be so strictly tied to national politics. When the arrest was first made, no clear connection between the individual and Hanami was apparent, but Hanami's CEO has since been seen speaking to an investigator at an investor conference at a hotel within 50 kilometers of the suspect's residence, suggesting a possible target. The takeaway here is that Terrorist acts are likely, like this one, are easily caught, easily prevented, and there's no standing risk to the public," said Lead Investigator Kennings in his official statement to the press. To any dissidents out there thinking they're the next heartbreak, just because you bought a gun, you will be caught, you will be prosecuted, and your hero won't be far behind. Update. Konami Robotics has yet to respond to requests for comment, but their official social media accounts have released simultaneous statements denouncing in the strongest terms the rise in violence and thanking investigators for their swift and decisive action. We've also learned that a select portion of shareholders have received the message clarifying Konami's global marketing strategy and reaffirming their commitment to the workers as well as to their customers and shareholders. Whether this is an indication of a reversal of their decision to relocate manufacturing jobs overseas, like what you're reading, does it change how you're feeling about Konami Robotics? What if you could have access to stories like this in hours or even days before the rest of the public? With a Premier account, you'll have access to all our updates on the business world as soon as they hit our desk. Remember, that's not insider trading, that's forerunner trading.
Guys, the cyberpunk future sucks.
Yeah.
All right, Sandra, what's the right answer to this?
All the dots, I believe, is the correct answer.
Dots. We're gonna go with dots. We good with dots, Jordan?
Yes.
Yep.
Seems like heartbreak isn't going away no matter what happened to the original.
So it would seem.
Oh, I bet that just cheeses her off.
So this is where they found Creek's body.
He was the only one who didn't die instantly. I never had a chance to use the silent alarm. No, he must have been paralyzed in between the time he was shot and his actual expiration.
They weren't paralyzed.
What do you mean?
If they had been paralyzed, Yumi would have noted that in her autopsy.
That's true. But he just sat there limp the whole time. Didn't even try to move. He was playing dead? Letting me think he couldn't move so I wouldn't notice his... Was anything found in his hands? Anything at all?
Doesn't seem like it. They weren't holding something by the time their body got to the morgue.
He had been holding something but dropped it when he died. Help me look.
For what?
Anything small enough to fit in the palm of your hand.
I've got pretty tiny hands, Adonai.
Yes, close enough. Hang on. What's this?
A button.
What was that? Did you just jump?
I was merely surprised by that sound, Adonai.
What sound? I just brushed against this little toy thing. You can hear it?
I can, and it's not exactly pleasant on the ears.
Could any android hear it, or is this some special feature David gave you?
I'd imagine any android or robot or electronic device with modern features could pick up this tone.
Maybe I should close the window before I test it anymore. Stop torturing all the dogs in the neighborhood.
Closing the window would not matter.
It's soundproof, though.
But the specific frequency of this tone is not in your audible spectrum to begin with.
Right.
But do you really think Creek was toying with that nuisance maker in their final moments?
I'm fairly certain he was. Specifically, I'm fairly certain he was using it to send a silent alarm.
Red Ink Protocol, designed to make data difficult to physically redistribute.
Wouldn't anyone just take out their phone and snap a picture of the pages?
Seems that some of the responding officers attempted to. The ARC showed that they failed.
That's some fancy ink. What do you see when you look at the pages, then?
more detail than you do, I'm afraid. Strange, isn't it? They went to such lengths to protect this information. And yet these papers were left out where Officer Chupon or anyone could read them.
They weren't left there by Creek. I took the documents out of his safe so I could reach the mask. I must have left them out on the desk afterwards. Well, that about wraps it up in here. Miss Hahn, since Cyanus is technically in charge of securing the crime scene, what should we do with this?
Do with, what? That?
Adonai, please refrain from pressing that button any more than necessary. Also, you made the world go fuzzy.
Sorry, Sarah. I can see you don't like it. But Miss Hahn's phone just doesn't seem to like it either.
It's just Han.
Okay, Han.
And I don't know what you're talking about. I get messages all the time.
Push his button.
Stop
Push his
it!
button.
Stop
Push his
it!
button again.
Hey, Han, please just admit it so she stops pressing that.
Fine. Whatever. Yeah, you found one of our alarms. Good for you.
Pretty clever system.
Okay, I do want to chat about this for a quick second, because there's one
I'm
detail.
skeptical of the mechanism.
No, there's just one detail that I'm more surprised hasn't been talked about. Yes, it would show up as missing if it was in the arcs, but not on the scene, right? Or something like that, right? But what? She could recognize her alarm, take it away from the crime scene, right? Right?
I mean, it seems like the Blue Bloods aren't really doing much of an effort to crime scene investigate. They're just sort of chilling.
Yeah, they're mostly there to just make sure that nobody messes with the crime scene.
All right.
The bigger question is, how far range does that thing have that that in their car he was able to detect it?
He was not in his car.
Not really. It's just an app. Is it the frequency and gonna notice if the app picks it up?
The range?
Couple kilometers.
There we are. Thanks for clearing that up. All I have you here, though. Exactly how fast did you show up to the scene of the crime?
Pardon?
This is a blue blood neighborhood. Do you really expect people to believe the cops lumbered their way here faster than any of you could?
What exactly are you trying to say? Yeah, I'm tuned to that frequency. But I'm tuned to a lot of frequencies. It's a good way of communicating without the Megs or the pigs listening in.
So you didn't get this alarm the night of the incident?
Didn't even know it went off that night. You got proof it did?
Can you explain how else Officer Chopin could have gotten here?
Yeah, not my job to either.
Ah! You're screwed, player.
Is it your job to come to a fellow Blue Blood's aid when they're desperately calling for help?
I didn't know Creek like that.
I didn't say Creek was the one who had this.
I saw where you were poking around, and they're the head of the pod. I assumed. Creek's a stranger to me.
Even though you're both young bloods.
What?
I'm guessing that's what the tattoo means. Neither of you make that much effort to hide it.
It is plainly visible, even in their autopsy photos.
You have no idea what this ink means.
Cool. You care to tell us? That way we know?
Huh.
Would you tell us what it means?
Blood bag.
What?
The old guard use you as donors.
Gangsters live a life of drugs, smoking, drinking, and back alley mods. End up with livers and kidneys that look like charred steak. Who would have guessed? Got no children because the Icaria killed them all. Can get on the donor list because they're geriatric reviled crime lords.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Who's her name? What's her name? It's
Freak.
Han.
It's their.
yeah.
There's Creek and Han.
Do we not have a thing for her?
Yeah, we do.
For who?
Keep passing it.
Okay, I'm blind. Thank you. Oh, negative?
Yeah. Oh, negative.
One second, I skipped my mistake. I wanted to go back to my files.
So, what do they do?
Oh, negative.
Oh, negative.
So what do they do? Hey, kid, want to be a gangster? Let me see if you got what it takes. Hold still while I prick your finger.
Actually, now I'm curious.
Who are you looking for?
Tanks.
Hold still while I...
Just for others. Okay, tanks.
A minus.
Yeah.
Trey.
Ray.
O positive.
That's not universal donor, so. Oh, negative is universal.
Yeah,
And.
but either way, it was AB negative and B negative on the knife.
Yep.
Yeah, and the last guy
Let's move.
is the AB negative, I think. Either way. That's not what I was
Hold
looking
still
at.
while I...
Yeah.
Hold still while I prick your finger.
I was checking to see if they all had like the same blood types.
Hmm.
They tattooed our torsos. Even if you mod off all 4 limbs, you can still pump clean plasma. Every drop, an indicator of quality.
If plasma's what matters, you care more about AB blood types. Those are universal
I'm
donors.
a universal donor. So I've got 3.
Hey, her blood's on the knife.
Triple A graded. Just like meat.
And Creek.
Save it for the trial, lady.
Hmm.
Rude.
Are we done here, you think?
Not quite. Emma's argument is that Sasuke didn't escape from here. He was brought out into the other room to be questioned, and then he broke free. I know that's not true. Sasuke would have been stuck here until the police arrived if I hadn't handed him the Mag US to, well, frame him. And the knife, also to frame him, but secondarily so that he could cut himself free from his bindings.
Those bloody rags there?
Remember what Sasuke told us when we first met? That he was bound here the whole time until his bad Samaritan came along?
And gave him a key. To
Now
his
we know
freedom.
what knife he was talking about.
The knife was the key to his freedom, you see.
Yeah, I got it. I didn't acknowledge. And now I want to know whose blood this is.
Oh, you want me to taste blood again, don't you?
Yes.
All the other... Okay.
Probably. But I need to know.
No. No.
You've already done it once. What's one more time?
No. One more will make me sick. Please add a die. Let's escort the scientist employees on standby to analyze it. They have a record of very fast turnaround on DNA tests, I promise. I can show you customer reviews.
That's right. Sanus does DNA testing.
Typically, paternity test is part of their private investigative services, but they have been assisting the police with DNA analysis around the scene. I will flag the bindings to be analyzed.
Wait.
I've already made the request, Adonai. If you insist on making me test the bindings myself, now will be only upsetting my stomach to satisfy your own impatience.
Fine.
You go,
I'm
girl.
gonna
Assert
cite this
yourself.
incident the next time we discuss a raise.
Oh,
I'm sorry, that one absolutely was heartbreak, even if her eyes didn't fit it. That was absolutely heartbreak talking.
Yeah.
sure.
Yep.
Really is a shithole here though, huh?
I agree with your sentiment, but not your choice of words. It feels like a cruel place.
Well.
What is it? Is there something else we missed in here, Adonai?
No, not in here.
Hmm?
The windows. They were closed when Creek was shot. Still closed when Chopin and Rogers arrived on site. But they were open by the time Rogers got to this room. I use that contradiction to argue for the presence of the third party.
Because there's someone who must have opened them to go down the fire escape.
And then what?
He must have dropped down to the alley and ran away, right?
Yeah. That's one option.
What's the other?
Would it kill them to do some sweeping around here?
Yes.
I guess that would be contaminating the crime scene at this point. What the hell do all these cops and sinus chumps actually do? Lean on walls and screw around on their phones?
Think you're being a bit harsh in your assessment. I've only detected 50% uptime on Han's phone, but you aren't alone in your criticism. Detective Reyes had much to say about how Cyanus employees were not wearing gloves and...
Knocking over trash.
Hmm?
If they'd picked up trash, that'd be removing evidence. The arcs would light up. Adding trash, though.
Adonai?
Help me look through this.
Okay. But why garbage?
Just start looking.
If any of it requires DNA analysis...
Oh, shut up. Wait. There. Red.
I don't smell any blood. Thank God.
No, not blood. Ink.
Torn page of red ink document. With what looks like a shoe print on it?
And
Shall
a
we-
watermark.
Shall we try to match it to samples?
Good luck. Cops and security types all wear the same kinds of boots.
But they don't have the same like footstep pattern. Even that's like it from the 2000s. Like,
On top of which, 99 out of 100 shoes in the city are made by the same two Megs.
but you know, it's all about how you stand on them and the unique wear pattern. And okay, if the print isn't useful, that just leaves the actual text, and that.
Looks like the letters were all run through a wash a couple of dozen too many times.
Well, it isn't particularly informative, and I don't exactly understand how this clue fits in with everything else we've seen. But doesn't it seem like it's a new piece of evidence?
Ah,
How could it have been lying there, neglected this whole time?
Nah, princess. I'll have to call you right back. Of course. Wouldn't dream of it. Come on. You know me. What'd you find there? More dead man's garbage? Keep it up and you girls are gonna make me look bad.
Happy to be of assistance. So, would you like to add this to the arcs, or should I?
Well, seems like you've got momentum going, so please don't let me get in your way.
You don't wear gloves on the job, Miss Han?
It's just Han. But you already know that. Probably also know they don't really make them in my size.
What do you think is that not prosthetic, but I don't know what to call it. Can't call it a glove,
Augmentation.
but you think it's an aug?
Yeah, it's probably some kind of endoskeletal mod for like strength or something.
At least on the hand, it wouldn't be for strength. Is a complicated thing on arms because there isn't like a lot of muscle. Like at least in the hands, it's all tendons. So like,
see, time I was thinking it was like a medical device, so she could like move her arms or something like that. Like that's what I was thinking.
Because like the thing is that for that sort of thing to happen, you have to have they have to be attached to each other because, like, again, it's like everything in the hand is attached to like the forearm. It's not.
You didn't notice whenever she does show her arm, it is like.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
There.
No, but the thing is that those things have to be attached to each other because because you have to be able to link back to the part that moves. It's not enough to just have metal implanted on your arm. You'd have to have like the way you articulate.
We also can't see like the rest of her arm because she's wearing those big baggy sleeves.
No, but the point is when she shows her arm, you can see it. It doesn't look like they're linked together. And like if you've seen prosthetic hand type things, they have basically fake ligaments to move them. So if we found your fingerprints here on those windows or even upstairs.
Oh man, I'd be pretty embarrassed. We almost always get rated 5 stars.
I think 5 stars should be given for people who did especially well.
Agreed, Sarah.
So, did you need me to walk you out?
I'll be fine, thanks.
Suit yourself. Just be careful you don't get lost, okay? Sun'll be going down soon. It'll be hard to find your way back in the dark.
Ominous. Yeah. Okay. This idea is starting to look like a pretty safe bet.
Your theory that Chopin was assassinated as an attack on the Old Guard? But how can we confirm it? We still haven't met anyone from the Old Guard. Though even if we had, it occurs to me they'd be reluctant to speak with Sosuke Ikaria's legal team.
Don't be so pessimistic. The enemy of my enemy is usually willing to at least talk. And talk is where I do all my best work.
Ah, the symbol of Lucifer.
So where do we look then?
So you've got the address boss gave us?
August 15th, 2086. Blue Blood Territory. Hey there, tall, that red and mysterious. Ladies,
please, come in. Don't be shy. Let me guide you to a booth.
Adonai, this guy has a really snatched waist.
I can see that, Sarah.
Local host. Should we take a seat for now?
With taste as expensive as yours? If you get near a menu, these people will drain my checking account on overpriced champagne faster than I can blink.
Champagne. As much as you'd like.
This is gonna derail fast if I don't find a way to shut it down. sure if I were to get exactly the right kind of attention and douse their salesmanship in one go, I'll need to go with that.
Hey, please don't frown. A smile would suit your pretty face much.
I need to speak with your manager.
Oh. I don't know why, but 5 Wikipedia articles about Karens just showed up in my feed. What happened? I feel like we're about to not do anything fun. Something's wrong. Something is wrong in the force.
Shit.
Something is wrong in the force, Adonai.
Hey, Mama. Yeah. Uh-huh. Some kind of, I don't know, accountant or whatever here to talk to you?
The voice on the other end of his earpiece grumbles a response.
You know it's me, Jordan.
A cranky one, judging by his reaction.
Mom, I'll be out in a second. You're expected to buy something in the meantime.
You got tap water?
You don't want to drink the tap water in this district.
Soda water?
It's all overpriced, lady. Might as well get something you'll enjoy.
I thought my first visit to a host club would be more celebratory than this.
How much thought have you given to the subject?
Do you think they were being literal when they said you're expected to make a purchase?
Probably. Doesn't mean I'll oblige them. Though it's not like spending money here will make them less likely to cooperate.
I would offer some suggestions based on customer reviews and price points, but for some reason I don't see prices listed on any of the items on their menu. Was a mistake made when formatting the
I
data?
love the expression on Morgan's face right there. That expression a moment ago of just like, are you getting this, guys? Are you hearing her? I really hate this place.
I mean, we can
Wine,
just...
there's no way we're going for champagne.
No, well, to be fair, we can just, like, write it off as an expense, so...
Yep, wine. I'm not sure I can justify to House Icaria that we went to a host club for champagne as part of our investigation. Wine I might be able to sell. I'll have a glass of the house red. The bartender raises their brow before nodding. When they finish pouring, I'm left with a thin-necked glass of lightly bubbling crimson. The unshakable feeling that a hole has been bored into my wallet. Candy red. Is that any good?
Most red wines are darker than that. Most red wines also smell more.
Are you telling me you just bought a glass of food dye and vodka or something?
Possibly. But you wouldn't be the only one to do so looking around the room.
When in Rome is a pretty shitty logic when Rome happens to be burning cash all around you.
Have you ever been to an establishment like this before?
No.
Not even when you were apprenticing?
There may have been certain work parties where attendance was strongly encouraged. But I'd never set foot within a kilometer of a place like this otherwise.
I suppose if you had a hard time I suppose if you had a hard spending limit, there's only so much you can enjoy.
And it's not a matter of cost. It's a matter of taste.
Surely everyone enjoys being paid attention, no? It's flattering.
Not everyone takes to being complimented.
I see. So you respond more to being challenged.
What do you think?
Perhaps not?
Bad enough that I'm walking into the lion's den here. Stepping even further into blue blood territory to defend an Ikari assassin. I really have to wait for the shoe to drop and replace this sleazy too.
Are you perhaps not enjoying yourself, Adonai?
You're getting better at picking up on that.
You are frowning quite openly. Are we in danger of getting arrested here?
There's nothing illegal about a host club.
Yeah, I know what a host club is.
Tamaki Senpai would not approve of this place.
Users also frequently search for how to build confidence, how to know if a hostess really likes you, and
Oh,
courtesan
no.
versus hostess,
Oh,
who
no.
would win?
Oh no!
I mean, one of those is actually allowed to give you a real good time.
True, but also is like a billion times more expensive.
The hell?
If they're actually courtesans, that's serious high class shit.
Yeah.
That's like prostitutes for billionaires, except they spend the entire evening with you at a fancy restaurant first.
So are you just are you just
Unamused.
uncomfortable then?
Unamused.
We gotta read.
What kind of light reading gets tossed around in a club like this? Probably something along the lines of, I spent every night at a host club for 1 year. Here's what the staff taught me about emotional workflows in corporate settings. Oh wait, this actually looks somewhat interesting.
Jordan, you're probably not gonna talk for a while. Do you want to take this?
Fungus stymies bamboo, stokes unrest. Less than usual rainfall patterns, met with greater than usual saltwater flooding, had already left many of the tropically centered macro farms that produce most of the world's bamboo struggling to meet demand. Now, with increasingly widespread reports of fungal infections, tensions are beginning to rise in the region as its largest migrant population is faced with the possibility of one of the worst quarters on record. Bamboo is a highly versatile crop, cultivated successfully for thousands of years and on all 7 continents, if one counts the agricultural science labs on the Antarctic Peninsula. But, in recent decades, advances in agricultural genetics and the greater restrictions on the lumber industry's woodcutting activity have led to bamboo becoming the premier organic manufacturing construction material for much of the world, especially in impoverished regions that often lack the machinery required to process advanced synthetic equivalents. The hardy plant can grow in a wide variety of environments and humidity levels, and has even been considered an aggressive invasive species at times. But modern, genetically modified monocultures are tailored to grow specifically in a small number of tropic and subtropic biomes, intended to provide a stable cash crop for regions that have historically struggled to farm soy, sugar, or wheat. But its delicate balancing act between tuning a cultivar to a targeted environment and rendering it unviable in the wild, in years like this one, can put that vulnerability on full display. The fungus practically chews through the groves. You could see it growing with the naked eye, said one, who requested anonymity due to concerns of their citizenship status. The company tells us to just burn it all, but it's too damp for anything to catch fire. Bamboo is hard to burn, so they want us to use this incendiary stuff. They won't pay for us to have masks. Data on the efficacy of burn pits in combating the spread of the fungus is limited, but most corporate officials agree that the risk of inhalation among personnel is low, and the masks are an unnecessary measure. Some of the migrant worker population, however, is arguing that the hesitancy to provide masks is more politically motivated. Plotter's rebellion was decades ago, but the gas mask is still a powerful symbol even today. Back then, workers went on strike because the conditions growing mushrooms in the fungal plots were so unbearable. Now this fungus is cutting into profits again. You've got a lot of workers dependent on the industry, a lot of young people who could easily be out of work. I'd be surprised if they weren't getting nervous. It is true that the region is home to a disproportionately young population, as many international trade schools have flocked to tropical subclimates in order to attempt to attract students with promises of low cost of living and vacation-like idyllic conditions. And though education lies firmly in the realm of corporate authority, government officials are keenly aware of the risks and challenges associated with such a large student population. Ramsey syndrome remains a serious concern among. We're having a difficulty authenticating your identity. Can you provide some basic info so we can get this web page displaying properly for you?
Also,
God, I hate
well, sucks being Ramsey. That you have a syndrome named directly after you.
Yeah, but we don't know what it is.
Not the reading material I expected to find here. Judging from the article, the Megs are getting concerned about gas masks. Growing unrest. The fungus is a problem, sure, but they've engineered their crops around problems like it 100 times before. Easier to update the monoculture genetics than your entire global economic model. The Megs are probably more concerned about all the young people getting agitated about their job security. The warmer the waters, the bigger the storms they brew.
Mama on deck!
The big cheese.
What exactly are you expecting?
With a title like Mama. With a title like Mama, somebody that is 20 feet tall, wearing a pink dress, and is stopping Monkey D. Luffy from finding the One Piece.
That is a very specific description, Sarah.
I would expect a stern but fair, nurturing figure who... Baker Scottish, please. Sorry, I can't properly do Scottish. What in the hell do you want?
Is that how you agree to paying customer?
That your wine glass? That one that hasn't been touched? I believe she is letting it breathe. Thanks for the patronage, but you ain't a customer. You're the lawyer defending the hound. You came here for information, not swill.
And you came out to speak with me anyway. I take it that means you're willing to talk.
Yeah, like, I seriously, I cannot do Scottish sinners. It would start off there and then dive off somewhere so fast. It will just go all over the place. Was my mouth flapping, not clear enough sign?
Introductions, then. I'm...
The champagne is the funny route. I had a feeling once Jordan started insisting we do the champagne, but we didn't. Morgan Esquire, criminal defense attorney, representing Sosuke Ikaria. The glowing green toaster as your +1.
Couldn't have put it better myself, Miss...
Kim Hana. My name is Flower. Oh, whoops. Oh my god. I'm blind. I am blind.
Up. It's alphabetical, dude.
I am still blind. My date of birth is March 26th. Was that about when we started? No.
Yeah.
About. I am a small business owner, and I like persimmon handbags and, okay, I'm with her on this one, joint cracking. You get a good, like, bone pop, and you feel it.
Yeah, it is satisfying.
Although, because I've had heart surgery, I have a new joint to pop sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. I did I tell you guys that I actually I felt it popping when I was in the bed recovery. That was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, trust me, that's not a pleasant sound to hear.
Oh, I was worried they were slipping, is what I was worried about. I dislike part-timers, binge watchers, and vandalism. My hidden talent is I can slice an
Specifically, ad
onion.
vandalism.
Yeah, I can slice an onion paper thin in 11 seconds. That is kind of impressive.
She's good with a knife.
I relax by shooting clay pigeons.
She's good with a gun.
Promote from within.
And one of the more influential members of the Blue Blood Old Guard, I take it.
The old guard are only blue bloods that have any influence at all. First gins and young bloods should count themselves lucky to be middle management. Should you really been calling them young bloods? Oh, now the neon robot is going to preach to all of us about political correctness.
Really, madam?
I know, PC. My gin invented PC. We've got PC coming out of our ass. So I mean it when we say young blood is a term of endearment.
Well then, I won't hesitate to use it.
By the way, I insisted that last line had to be asked in my head before I even read it. To their face, better not, and knock your teeth out.
How about a trade, Miss Kim?
Mrs., you're talking to a widow. The one who doesn't need anything from you, not the best position to start bargaining from.
We're trading information. If you think I can't give you anything, you're not thinking very hard.
Yeah? What do you think you got?
Something I can tell her that she doesn't already know.
Breston's fate.
Creek's killer! It's me!
No, Breston's fate. I think he's right.
Yep, it's the blackout, remember?
I can tell you what happened at the courthouse today.
Something worth knowing had happened. It'd be in the news by now. There is currently a blackout on media coverage of today's events. There's always leaks.
Finding one will take time. I can give you a first-hand account right now.
Let's hear it. Ooh, instant.
One instant.
Bresson. What a goddamn idiot. Completely useless. He did manage to infiltrate the entire courtroom full of police officers, even knowing he wouldn't make it out alive. And he still failed to hit the easiest shot of his life. But Bresson's just an incompetent addict. The useless idiot's the one who sent him there.
Not you, I take it?
Old guard sounds like it moves slow and wise, but we got our fair share of hothead dumbasses too.
Impatient, hot-headed dumbasses.
Time is money.
My turn to ask a question. Money. Is that why you're going after Makoto? Trying to draw up a king's ransom because you can't go to war without a war chest?
Who says we're at war? Who says we're in any rush? Our plans are measured in decades, you little fuck.
No. Time isn't on your side right now. Right now, more than anything, you need money.
Says who? You?
It's the headlines. Time's running out before you miss the bus on Nirvana. Everyone in the capital knows it'll be legalized before the end of the year.
Party drug, dumb money.
Yes, dumb money. Best kind of money there is. And you could rake it in by the truckload. If you had the starting capital to build a dispensary network beforehand. As things stand, the gray wave is going to roll your hard work up into a ball and hand it off gently to the Megs. And the Icaria. You've been losing this game to them for 3 decades straight, but I can see you still haven't gotten used to it.
course not. Who just roll over for those upstart, bootlicking, goddamn fox smirking behind his perfumed instances and painted screens and sheets of gold leaf? Should have cut his eyes out when I had the chance.
I'm acquainted with the hound. Who's the fox?
Should we not conduct a survey of all the IFG members' back tattoos? The fox, the kitsune, the goddamn Daisuke Ikaria, of course.
The family's patriarch? Haven't had the chance to meet him in person.
I knew there'd be a reason the Ikaria lawyer didn't already stink of cigar smoke. And I does smoke, despite my repeated warnings about the health hazards. Have you had your olfactory checkup lately? Loss of smell can be the first sign of...
I don't stink. That's the takeaway. Now admit it. You want to capture Makoto Ikaria so you can afford to ride Nirvana to legitimacy.
Yeah, I don't want to capture Makoto Ikaria. You know our history?
In brief.
So what part of that summary made you think that if I had the chance in the Ikarian line, I wouldn't take it immediately?
You're speaking for yourself or the whole old guard?
Nah, my turn to ask. Is the hound gonna make it?
You asking about my legal defense strategy?
His injuries. Any chance he's gonna keel over from an infection after Creek's pod worked him over? Did Bresson somehow manage to nick him? He is still recovering from the injuries he sustained when captured, but he was not harmed during the incident in the courtroom today.
Yeah, Preston didn't even manage to scratch.
Not a scratch, huh? Did he even get a shot off?
Detective on the scene responded before he could.
A detective?
Yes. Why?
Not wasting a question on him of all people.
Speaking of which, the bottle spun back around. Are the Blue Bloods working with the Chopin family to profit off of Prop 492?
You missed that one. Try another. What do you mean? You think Mr. and Mr. Chopin are working hand in hand with our little crosscast embezzling? Those rich pricks wouldn't piss on us if we were in fire, and the feeling is mutual. But they're backing Proposition 492. If you could buy the land they needed before the city knows what it needs, it...
The Chopin family aren't your collaborators, then. They're your marks.
Bingo. Kid gets a prize. You want a little dolly?
They were. That plan's worthless now. That whole courtroom heard me explain how Krieg had reading documents on Prop 492. Whatever blueprints, whatever land the city had in mind, they'll change all of it.
Thanks for that, by the way.
Don't blame me. Your blend was always fragile. It was destined to collapse the moment anyone with more pull than a ticketing officer heard that Blue Bloods had eyes on real estate. And the Blue Bloods would kill to keep those documents from circulating.
Yeah, it's just how it goes for Plan Bs. Plan B? Now, riddle me this, Batman. What did you see on those red ink docs that tipped our hand about Prop 492?
Well, it was mentioned in an abbreviation, if not the name. T492. That was a pretty big giveaway.
Yeah, you must have had more to go on than that. Names, diagrams.
I saw Councilman Long's name on there.
Yeah, Long, that sloppy bastard.
Wait, you didn't know what was on those papers? Not exactly. You didn't know where Prop 492 leaked from.
What are you saying? It leaked from that brat Creek, obviously.
Red ink means it was printed off somewhere you trust, in a place run by people you trusted. And it doesn't sound like you trusted Creek.
Are these your questions? Because they're terrible. And pointless. Blondie's already dead.
So Shokan wasn't in on the plan. What possibilities are left then? Might as well try asking, while I have the chance. My client overheard something interesting during his captivity. Talk of the Blue Bloods bringing in a huntsman.
Fake. You don't even know what that means.
Really?
Your client heard wrong and you're a fool for believing him without any proof.
Sorry. I guess I misheard. Must have also misheard that you brought a no mask into the city.
Did Sosuke mention that?
It's called a bluff, Sarah. Yeah, he must have been delirious. After all, if there'd been a no mask at the crime scene, it would have turned up during the police investigation.
Adonai, I'm going through my memories, but he definitely did not say that.
I will poke your eyes out, Sarah. Shut up.
Huntsman. Ridiculous. Maybe he's real, maybe he's a fake, maybe he's already behind you. Phantoms like that
Teleports behind you.
Nothing personal, kid. Phantoms like that get their power from uncertainty. If I answered your question at all, that would be your answer.
Schrodinger's box is already open, though, and the mask isn't there anymore. If it's not in the house of the huntsman, then who has it?
Dead man. Who just doesn't know it yet. Final round. But what if we still want to ask... Our house, my rules. Who hired you?
Why would she spend her final question on that? Obviously, I'm not saying I don't know, because that's just an obvious lie. The question is whether we tell her the truth or whether we tell her House Ikaria. Technically, both are true. One is just more true than the other. Because technically, Makoto's doing it in the name of House Ikaria. I don't really have a position.
Well,
Thoughts?
Jordan and or Sinner's Gate? Do either of you have an opinion?
I think we should be truthful with her.
Makoto it is then.
Makoto!
Makoto Ikaria, if that wasn't already clear.
Uh-huh. You some no-name nobody with no connection of any of the families. The preteen heir looked you up and hired you to defend his hound.
Bitch.
Either you're dumber than you look or just less curious than a lobotomite. But either way, you really don't know the answer, do you?
No, I don't. Which I can freely admit. So why does having it pointed out to me feel like such a defeat? Come to think of it, I have one last question myself.
Taint the deal.
Then it can be rhetorical.
Well, I'll give you a rhetorical answer.
What are you going to do?
Oh,
You lost all your heirs during the fall of the leaves.
What?
there's heartbreak. I said there's heartbreak.
Adonai.
Reviled by the International Blue Bloods for locking your treasure behind GFA you can't crack. Now all of the old guard need transplants and transfusions from the first and second gens just to stay alive. And they won't be glad to keep that up forever. Eventually you, all of you, will die. Will you rest in peace knowing everything you ever managed to build will be laundered at what? 30%?
40%.
35% just to end up in the hands of some punks you tutored?
What a nice young girl you are, worrying about your elders. Well, don't worry your pretty little head over dear sweet Granny here. 'Cause she's a mean bitch in a line of work where everyone stupid dies off young. She and hers are gonna be just fine. I tickle your brain every single time I do a character switch, don't I, Jordan?
Yeah.
Don't forget to close your tab before you go. Did you get any useful information from your rhetorical question, Adonai?
The question irritated her. But it did make her despair. I may have misread this. The old guard have a way forward.
Proposition 492 is no longer an option.
Leaving them with plan A.
The little lord? But Tariq Chopin is dead.
Yeah, he is. I was leaning toward Makoto being the heir, but that's just me.
You know what? I think the sudden switch is...
Yeah.
We're just going to take it.
And plus, we let Colin have his little brat, so...
Sure. We no longer have Abyss saves anyway, so we don't have to wait for an Abyss. What are you about to say? Okay.
This is such a good series. I love this. I love this game.
Mm-hmm. Oh god. Do you have to know the
Sandry.
news of when 3 is coming out or no?
It's supposed to be coming out, I think, this fall.
Okay, so we're probably going to be at least deep in our multiplayer game, if not the game after that, by the time that happens.
Yeah, the most current release date, currently release date is fall 2026. So.
Mm-hmm. You're about to ask Sandry a question?
So, Sandry, what do you think? What do you think the case? Where do you think the case is going now? What are your theories?
Damn if I know. The thing about stories is that while I can sort of see the shape of them, I also usually just let myself get sucked in and sort of ignore that.
I just don't want to say too much because, I already know, like, the twists on this one.
Yeah.
So. And, while
the only thing that came to mind was Makoto being the little lord. No real reason other than it would be funny.
I mean, fair enough.
That and the fact that they want to kidnap him.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't. Let's go ahead and. God, what do you think, Jordan? At least 3 more sessions of this.
Depends on how quickly we move.
We
still have the second half
around.
of the trial to do through.
We do like to mess around a little bit.
So yeah, I could see 2 or 3 more sessions.
I was thinking when you said messing around, that would probably up it to 4. But anywho, point being is I'm trying to plan out, when certain things happen. So that being said, yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely going to miss this game for a while. I'll do my best not to spoil myself like I did for the first one, but I didn't think we were watching this on stream. We were actually going to play this on stream, so I sort of spoiled myself for the first part of it.
Yeah.
Right. I got nothing else to add. Sorry that Colin didn't make it here today, guys. Did he ever actually say anything, or?
No, I haven't seen any messages.
Oh, okay, well, we'll figure that out later. So, in other news, I think this case turned out interesting, and at the very least, the people that I saw do this did not see exactly where this was going. So and it sounds like Sandry doesn't quite see it either. Like you're trying to get into the story more than like thinking about where exactly it's going to go. What is what I mean. So hope you're enjoying
Generally
it.
speaking.
Yeah, hope you're enjoying it. Yeah, I got nothing else to add. I don't think any of us have anything special. We're doing. Oh, Sandry, do not leave right away. There's something I want to ask you after I stop streaming.
Right.
So, for those off in Twitch and YouTube, thank you all for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.